I want you to think about something real quick. Tell me one thing in your life that is great that came as a result of being comfortable. Because everywhere I look and everywhere I see in today's society, everybody's doing everything they can to be more comfortable, right? They're looking for the more convenience. They're looking for the quicker. They're looking for the faster. And see, there's opportunity in that for those of you that want to get better. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all the great things in my life, all the great things in other high achievers' lives, all the reasons that these successful people that you look up to, that you aspire to be like, are the way they are, have all come from a place of being uncomfortable. Okay, so understand that when you're trying to avoid the pain, when you're trying to avoid the struggle, when you're trying to avoid the hard things in life, you are actively choosing to be average. You are actively choosing to be mediocre. And you are actively choosing to move further away from what you want in life. Because that hardship and that pain and that struggle and that frustration, they give you the skills that will forge you into a champion. All right, so remember that when you try to take the easy route. The easy route never pays well. The only route in life that pays well is the hard route, the struggle, the pain, the frustration, and the overcoming of those things. And not only do they pay, they fulfill you as well. Because it shows the people around you. It shows your kids. It shows your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your community, what is possible. And there's nobility in that. Did you ever think for a second, if I spend my whole day complaining, either vocally or in my head about everything in my life, maybe it's just me? Let's be honest, guys. You've probably killed your fifth slice of pizza and then felt a little twinge of regret. Okay, fat doesn't melt away just because you complained about it. Muscle doesn't show up miraculously because you felt bad for yourself. If you didn't put in any of the work, what did you really expect? I mean, come on, guys. Aren't we past this kind of thinking? I'm not always in the best of moods, and things don't go right all the time. They go wrong all the time. But I've come to recognize and appreciate the opportunities I have to test myself. I've come to love the test days. So yeah, in that minute, it does suck. But I'm not going to go around crying and whining my entire career because of one day of setbacks. I recognize in the long run that these are my moments to test myself and really push myself for progress and grow. Are you the kind of person that can draw the line in the sand? Are you the kind of person who could say, this is enough? Are you the kind of person who says, I am done with that and I'm going to become what it is I know I can become? None of us were born that type of person. It's not a magic skill. It's not something that we're gifted with. It's not something that God gave us. We just understand that if we don't stick to what we say, that things aren't going to change. And we want that change more than we want that pizza, more than we want that cigarette. We want the change more than the sacrifice we're going to make to get it. Once I say that's it, once I say that's enough, it's enough. And I will do every single thing I can to make sure I move forward from that point on. A lot of people can't do that. And they say, this is it. I mean it this time. No more. I'm not going to do that again. And what do you see? 2 days later, what are they doing? They're doing the same thing they were doing 2 days before. They're becoming the same person. They're not changing. They're lying to themselves. They're telling themselves they're going to do something, making a conviction-based promise to themselves. anytime you start something new, anytime you set out on a new path, anytime you move out of your comfort zone, you're gonna go through what is basically, if you could imagine, a bell curve of frustration, all right? Things are gonna you're gonna be excited, you're gonna be pumped, you're gonna have the momentum to carry you through the first 2 or 3 or 4 days. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's 3 weeks. It's different for everybody. But the point is that when you get excited about something, we have natural energy that pushes us through. But what happens when that energy fades? What happens when you start to get frustrated? What happens when you start to feel like a grind and things get grueling and they get gritty and they get tough and it gets harder to move through the process every single day? What happens then? Most people fucking quit. In the beginning, everybody's excited. In the beginning, everybody's gonna become a billionaire. In the beginning, everybody's gonna conquer the world. But after a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few years, they start to get tired. They start to get frustrated. They start to ask, why is this so hard? They start to ask, why is this so hard for me? And they think it's just them, and they think the whole fucking universe is coming down on them. And that's when people quit. And guys, we all feel that way. We all have times of frustration. We all have times of anger. We all have times of why me? Why is this so hard for me? But at the end of the day, guys, when you start feeling that massive frustration, that massive anger, that massive irritation and massive stress, you are about to have a breakthrough. You are about to move through an area that most people can't make it through. And you've just got to keep moving. Because when you make it through that area, that's when shit gets fun. That's when you say, oh, shit, man, I'm actually doing this. When you start focusing on how bad everything and how frustrated you are and how angry you are and how tough it is really easy to talk yourself into quitting.